Hello, today we're thinking about growing peas in our garden. I'm going to show you some of the different ways in which I do this. Traditionally we sow peas directly into the ground. Unfortunately, germination is not always good doing it that way, particularly if it's quite early in the year and the soil is still quite wet and damp. And so I'm going to start off by showing you the way that I've shown you previously on another video about how I plant the pea seeds to begin with in trays and put them into the greenhouse to get better germination. Now I've got a tray here, quite a large tray, and I've got two cardboard sleeves that I put inside the tray. I just cut these from old packaging. I put these two sleeves into the tray like so. I then put the compost into the two sleeves. This is just a very ordinary multi-purpose compost. Quite a good quality, but just a general multi-purpose compost. So we're putting the compost into the trays. Okay, that should be absolutely fine. So I've got quite a good depth of compost here in the two sleeves in the plastic tray. The next thing that I always do is to water. So I'm watering the compost in the two sleeves. It needs to be thoroughly wet. Okay, now I'm going to put some seeds in there. You can get pea seeds from DIY store, garden centre. You can get them online from online suppliers like DT Brown and Marshalls. Many different ways in which you can obtain your seeds. So I've got some seeds which I'm now going to sow. I'm not going to be too fussy about this. I'm just spreading these seeds out quite well on top of the compost in the trays. I probably put a few more seeds in than many people do. I like to have quite a few plants come up. And if you don't get perfect germination, if you put plenty of seeds in, then you do still get quite a nice lot of peas. That would do for that side. Now let's put some over on this side. Okay, that should be absolutely fine. So now then we're going to cover over with our compost. Just press down gently. I might just put a little bit more compost in later, but for the moment that's absolutely fine. As usual, watering. When growing peas, you need to keep the seed and the young plants nice and damp. If they dry out, you have problems. Okay, so there we've planted our peas. I'm going to put those into a heated greenhouse initially. Once I've got some germination, probably then move them into the polytunnel before eventually planting out into the garden. So that's the first stage. A few weeks afterwards, this is what you find that you get. These were done several weeks ago. I actually did a video showing me planting these, and this is the end result. They were in a heated greenhouse to begin with until they germinated. They were then put into a cold polytunnel. They've gradually been hardened off. They're now ready to be planted out into the garden. But now, of course, we've got to see whether the system with the cardboard sleeves actually works. So the scary part now is I've got to get these out to show you. Let's do this very, very carefully. Okay, and it seems to be working. They're coming out. That is the one. And this is the other one. Okay, so we've taken the sleeves out of the tray, and we can see that we've got our beautiful, healthy pea plants now ready to plant into the garden. So the next stage is going to take them over to one of the raised beds and plant them in the garden.